Click subscribe for update video every day.
With its newest enthusiast zoom digicam, the Powershot G1X Mark II, $800, Canon practically went back to the drawing board. And for good reason. The original G1X was a real disappointment. Hearing the howls of negative feedback such as incredibly pokey performance, Canon unveiled the Mark II with a new chip, processor, lens, design, and LCD mechanism. XA0 at first glance, the G1X Mark II looks similar to the still available predecessor. But zero in and you'll notice the porthole for the viewfinder is gone and there's no jog dial on the front. Instead of a vari-angle LCD on the back, now it's tiltable. We didn't find these changes to be onerous, and in fact, we like the raised thumb rest on the back of the Mark II. Moving beyond these first impressions, the Mark II has the same basic design themes as the classic G series, such as the current as well. The mirrorless, it's all black and boxy, but just like Canon's ELPH series, the styling is pretty timeless. The Mark II is just slightly smaller overall than the original G1X, measuring 4.6 by 2.0 by 2.6 inches, tipping the scales at 19.5 ounces with battery and card. Put simply, the G1X Mark II is built and feels like a brick. XA0. One of the biggest external changes is right on the front of the camera. The Mark II has a faster 5x zoom versus the 4x glass of the G1X. Now you have an f2.0 to 3.9 lens with a range of 24 to 120 mm instead of a 28 to 112 mm f2.8 to 5.8. Another change is the dual lens rings. One ring lets you focus while the other changes camera parameters, depending on your shooting mode. Another plus is the built-in lens cover, so there are no worries about losing the cap. Equally as important are the not-so-obvious internal changes. The Mark II now has a 12.8 megapixel, 1.5-inch, 18.7 by 12.5 mm sensor instead of a 1.5-inch, 14.3 MP imager of the G1X. By lowering the resolution and adding the new DIGI-C6 processor, the new camera is faster, now rated 3.1 frames per second instead of 0.7. In live view, we have no problems with losing a little resolution in order to have a camera with decent response. More on this in the performance section. The fact that chip itself is more than 5x larger